Over and over, I would end up in these situations where I would look at somebody, meet somebody, and I would think, okay, they're little insecure, okay, they're little incapable, okay, little incapable, uh, okay, they can't decide, okay, uh, they um are not super confident, okay, they don't stand up for other people, I see. And I would take in these little inputs that would keep coming to me as I would spend time with somebody. I would see, oh, they don't respect themselves. Oh, they don't think much of themselves. Okay. And I would keep on giving that input that my body would give me, that my soul would give me. And I would keep on ignoring it. And I would think, it's okay, like people can grow and people can change. And what harm does it make? And these people would be important people in my life. And these people would take up important positions in my life. Like all out of my peace of mind would become eventually dependent on these people and how they took decisions and how they acted in the world. And I would look at these people and I would see insecurity written all over them. And I would think it's okay. Like we're all insecure at some point and we all need a little help at some point. But then I would see, and then I would go into those situations, difficult situations, which became difficult with time. And I would think, I would see the whole world changing. I would see these people becoming problematic for other people now. And then I would see these people becoming revengeful, these people becoming hateful, these people becoming just aggressive. And I would think, where is this coming from now? Because this person, this person is an insecure person, right? So if this is an insecure person, where is this energy coming from? Like where are they channeling this from? And it would shock me. Over and over and over in my life, I would see insecure people, especially insecure men. And I don't mean to be insecure women also do it, but in my experience, it was men. And I would see these people becoming vengeful and these people becoming toxic to everyone and everything around them. And I would think, then I started to understand it's not the strong man you need to be afraid of, it's the insecure one. We always think the strong man can be harmful to us. A strong man will stand up against us. A strong man or a strong woman is dangerous. A strong person is dangerous because they have the power. No, no, not true. A strong man can be your biggest protector. A strong man can see your insecurities and help you through it. A strong woman can become your strongest foundation, your biggest blessing. A weak woman will break you, bring you down to her level. A weak man will break you and bring you down to his level. We always keep looking in the world and keep looking for weak people. We think, oh, if, let's say, if I'm hiring, maybe my first proclivity would be to hire somebody who is weak, who will be subordinate to me, person who does not have a lot of self-worth. I don't do that, by the way. Like this, even saying these things is bothering me. But if I'm that kind of person who is insecure and a person who does not have much to offer to the world, I would feel let me offer somebody who has even lesser to offer to the world. And let's see if they can beat me because I have nothing and they have nothing minus. And I would start to hire these people. But eventually, I would wake up and one day realize that all these people that I hired, that I thought offered nothing minus, there was a reason that they offered nothing minus. Two, they would become my biggest threats and my biggest competitors because they also have nothing and I also have nothing. A strong person would back you up. A strong person would build you up. A strong person would show you where you're going wrong. But since I was so afraid of me not having a lot of value, I ignored all the right people and I brought in all the wrong people. And I thought that a strong person is somebody I needed to be afraid of. But had I worked it out correctly, I would have understood that I only need to hire strong people because strong people do not need validation from others. Strong people do not need yes, 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 yes from others. Strong people sometimes do not want to be in competition with you because they have everything that they need. If you treat a strong person correctly, they will treat you well. If you treat an insecure person correctly, they will think you are weak. And they will think that now they can overtake you because you are weak. A strong person looks weak, but they can change the world. And they can change the world. And if you want the spotlight, they'll let you have the spotlight. A weak person will do nothing to help you. And if you want the spotlight, they'll take that away also. They'll want the spotlight for being bad, but they will want to look good. They will take away from the right people and put the spotlight on themselves. And then they will be afraid of the spotlight because the spotlight demands accountability. A spotlight demands achievement. A spotlight demands that you become the kind of person who can hold that spotlight. So then they will be afraid of it. And that push and pull and push and pull. Let's say you are in a relationship with this average insecure person, or let's say you are by relationship, I don't mean like dating, but let's say you are working with this person, let's say you are friends with this person, or let's say you have family like that, or whatever way you are interacting with this insecure person, it's never going to work out well. And if you think you can keep them as your groupies, they will one day want to replace you. And they think they can. They're delusional to that extent that they believe that they can, and they will try. You do not need to be fearful of the strong man. You need to be fearful of the weak one, because the weak one will bring you down to their level and break you because they do not want to see anybody stronger than them. A strong man does not need validation from you. A strong woman does not need validation from you. A strong person is enough within themselves. A broken person is never enough. A broken person will need to overtake you, overrule you, insult you, and put you in your place. Even when they don't have the capacity to do it, they will still try. We try to surround ourselves with lesser people and we assume that we are safe. We can only be safe in the company of the right people. And if you are that kind of person, insecurity usually comes from a place where you feel you are not that kind of person who deserves respect, where you feel that you need to become somebody else to deserve respect. I have heard so many interviews of so many good people, not so many, but enough to know that the best leaders in every domain, they hire the best people, people who are better than them, not people who are worse than them. Because and it makes no logical sense to hire people worse than you, right? But we are so afraid of being overtaken, of being put in the spotlight and not being who we are, that we hire the wrong people who constantly put us in the spotlight and tell us we are not what we thought. We do not need to be afraid of the strong man. We need to give them all their flowers and we need to put them in the spotlight over and over again because they do not need the spotlight. A strong man, a strong woman does not need the spotlight. They just need to do work correctly and they need to make sure it is done. You do not need a spotlight for that. You can have the spotlight. But the moment you start breaking the laws of the universe and you start putting down people and you start making people feel badly about themselves, you start to lose no matter how delusional you are and no matter how many good things you have attracted from the world, being the delusional person that you are. You now start to take a downfall. You start to take a hit now. And every moment where you have made somebody else feel inferior, made somebody else feel less time will come back now. Even if you thought you were inferior before, watch what happens now. Strong people do not need to sink to other people's levels. If you are the strong person that I'm talking to, do not think about revenge. Do not think about what can I do to put these people in their place. That's not our job. Not in a way that, oh, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. No. But in a way that your energy is so precious, it's so powerful that you don't need to fight a rat with a gun. You don't need it. These people will, sadly, the only phrase that's coming to my mind is dig their own graves. We live in we live in an upside down world where we are told to believe that, and this might not be visible. This might not be visible, but it is visible. Most people would never believe that people are being hired for their incompetence compared to their competence. Most of the people would say, what is she talking about? But then most of the people would complain about their bosses. Most of the people would say, how is this person at this place? Most people would be reporting to somebody and they would say, how did they get there? One, they got there because they believed they could get there. And the universe said yes. So if we become that person, if we say, I am that person, I can get wherever I want to be, I can become whatever I want to be, I am that person, the universe will say yes. Yes, you are. And if we say, maybe I'm not ready, maybe 6 more months next year, universe will say, oh, yeah, sure. So these people think they are ready. That's why they get there, okay? Because they think they are ready. They are delusional to that extent where they believe that they are ready. And that is what we need because being ready does not mean preparation before we have entered something. Being ready means entering something, knowing that we will figure it out. You will figure it out.